What's up guys and welcome back. I know it's been a little while since I gave you an update video on the Nova, but in the last week I've been cracking on this car off camera and we've gotten a lot done. So let me show you what we've been making progress on for a while and what we're going to be doing next. So last time you saw us working on the Nova, we were installing a new engine and transmission, and we weren't having a whole lot of success with that. The cheap frame mounts that we had to buy from eBay were really slowing us down, but eventually we did get it in. Boom! We got the engine in. It's all mounted up. Granted, we don't have any headers or anything like that on it yet, but I'm confident we can solve that stuff. We need to put a cooling system in it, do a fuel system, wire the thing up. There's a whole lot to do. But check out this transmission. So we got the shifter in, but we had to take the bench seat out to do it. The front of the bench seat wanted to sit about there when it was on its farthest back setting, so this definitely wasn't going to work with that bench seat. So we thought about notching the bench seat, but in the end I really wanted bucket seats. So I ended up getting some. Boom! I got some retro looking cloth bucket seats. These things should be perfect for in the Nova. I really like them, and they came out of a car that I used to own, so I know they're going to be comfortable. If you guys think you know what seats these are, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. I'll be pretty impressed if any of you can guess. So the seats were a whole project by themselves. I had to change the mounting brackets that are on the seats so that they lied flat, and I had to make new mounting points in the car. So I'll go show you those real quick too. When I got these seats, these two front mounting points were at an angle like this, and I had to cut them off right there, and then make them sit flat so that they would sit in the car correctly. And in the car, we marked out new mounting points, and then we welded some nuts to some plates, and then welded the plates into the car. Honestly, the theme of this car should be the snowball effect, because every time I get into a project, I have to do 10 more things just to get that project done the right way. I took the bench seat out thinking I could notch it, and instead had to get bucket seats, which meant I had to make new mounting points. And to make the new mounting points, I had to pull up the old carpet. And when I pulled up the old carpet, there was rust in the floorboards. So all of the insulation there was completely gone. It had been eaten by water and rust, and the floorboards were pretty rusty. There was only a few little holes, so I was able to patch them with the JB weld, but honestly, it was not a good time. So I've done the two rear floorboards so far, and the two front ones look like they both have rust in them too. But I haven't started tackling that project yet because it's not stopping me from putting these seats in. So what I'm trying to do right now is replace some of the sound deadening and insulation that left the car over the years, and then I'm trying to put a custom carpet in this thing. So the carpet I don't have yet, but I have a lead on that, so we're going to go look at one later today. But let me show you the insulation that I got. So this is the basic plan for installing the sound deadening. It came in these sheets that are almost 1 foot by 18 inches, and it came with like 17 of these sheets. So this is the basic plan. We've just got the sheets laid out kind of where we want to install them. And if this doesn't all turn out to be enough, I can take some of these sheets, cut them up, and install them in places like there, back here, in between the sheets, and over here. And that'll still leave me with a couple sheets for the front area after I clean all that footwell rust out that I'm not looking forward to doing. So now that we got the engine installed, we needed something to bolt the trans up, and the stock transmission crossmember was not going to work at all. So I had to make one, and I think I went a little bit overboard. So here's what we came out with. So what I did was I took some plates, drilled holes, and bolted them all up where they needed to go, and then cut tubes that were going to fit between all of them. Then I just added some gussets like these guys to make it even stronger, and some braces on the plate so that they don't flex. And now this thing should be pretty strong. So the plan today, among other things, is to get this insulation put in the Nova. We're going to install that stuff, hopefully go look at this piece of carpet that I'm going to get for really cheap, and then we're going to custom do a carpet if we have time. After we do the carpet, I can install the seats and show you guys those because they look prime when they're installed in the car. It's got that perfect retro feel in the seats, but they're new enough bucket seats that they're actually comfortable. So I'm going to get to doing the sound deadening, and then we'll see how far we get today. So I already cleaned this whole area really well on both sides. We're going to be laying pieces down here and here on both the driver and passenger side, and then I'm going to put 2 in the transmission tunnel like that. So these things are adhesive backed, and they recommend you get a roller like this to apply them. So this roller was like $5, I can't really complain. Alright, well that section was super easy. It's not coming up literally anywhere. Alright guys, I got the sound deadening all taken care of. We got 6 panels out. And honestly, that's a bit more coverage than it had from factory. So this should be a little bit better than stock, but if we need to add more, we have plenty more. So now I'm going to go look at some carpet for this thing, and hopefully it's a nice come up. I gave a couple calls around earlier, and someplace has a $20 roll of some industrial carpet that hopefully I can cut to fit this pretty well. I don't want to go get a pre-made carpet that's going to fit this thing just yet because I haven't decided on which exact one I want, and the ones that I'm deciding between are about $250 to $300. So if I can go get this carpet for like $20 and make it work in here for a little while, I'm going to be plenty happy with that. Alright guys, I just got back with our carpet and I'm pretty stoked on it. Let me show you what we got. So there's our carpet. It's 5.5 feet tall by 12.5 feet long rolled up, and that should be just about wide enough. So this is some gray or kind of dark gray industrial carpet. So it does have like the carpet backing and stuff, and it's not exactly soft, but it's rugged, and it should be really, really durable, which is exactly what we're looking for. So getting this to turn into a carpet for the Nova is going to be a pretty big job, but let me show you how I think we're going to tackle it. So the floor of the Nova is basically 3 sections. There's 2 footwells that are pretty much flat and just kind of dip down and back like that, and then run forward into where the front footwell is. And then there's the tranny tunnel, which is just the big hump in the middle. So the plan here is to have one piece cover the trans tunnel that just drapes over it and covers the entire length of the transmission tunnel, and then to have separate pieces cut for each footwell. So I got a floor plan mocked up for the passenger side footwell area, so hopefully this will be one piece all the way from the front footwell to under the seat to the rear footwell, and then the little pad that'll go over the top and the back. So now that I got a plan together, we're going to take the carpet and unroll it here in the garage where it's nice and shady and cut it to size. We're going to cut it a little bit larger than the measurements here just so that we can trim it to fit. Alright guys, I finished the carpet and I threw the seats in here just to see how it would look, and I think it looks awesome. It looks way better than that rubberized flooring that I had before. The only thing I don't really like is that this carpet is way too light. It's definitely a really light gray color. So I got some RIT powder dye that we're going to use in a spray bottle to spray down the carpet and turn this carpet nice and black. I also had just enough leftover carpet that I could carpet the inside of the trunk. So you can see I got this nice big piece cut out wall to wall on the trunk. Alright guys, we finished the first coat on the driver's side carpet. It's not quite as dark as we wanted, but you can see compared to the other carpet, it is a lot darker. So we're going to do the rest of them so that they're all even, and if we have enough dye left, we're going to come back and do a second coat, at least on the front mats, and maybe on the trunk. Alright guys, here we are a couple weeks later, and this video is still not over. So the spray bottle method wasn't really giving us the desired results. It definitely darkened the carpet, but only a couple shades. It definitely wasn't anywhere near the black that we were looking for. So now we're back with a new plan. We're going really old school on this. I bought another set of 2 of those powder dye packs from RIT, and this time we're dyeing the carpet like you would dye clothes. So right here I've got one section of the carpet sitting in a 5-gallon Home Depot bucket that I've filled up with some of the RIT powder. I used about 1 packet to start it off, and then I added about a 1/4 packet after doing each of the sections of carpet. And as you can see, these are much darker than that. So I'm going to pull it out and lay it out here in a couple minutes so you guys can see exactly how much of a difference we're getting with this method instead of the spray bottle method. That is significantly darker than that. Like, I'm plenty okay with this. Alright guys, I finished the carpet up and got it back in the Nova. I was trying to film a clip for you guys to show you the change in color, but it looks exactly the same on camera, and honestly, to the eye, it only got a couple shades darker. The problem was that I had an industrial carpet, which is meant to resist stains, so the carpet just wasn't taking the dye. It did get a bit darker, which I'm happy about, but overall, I'm really just happy that I made the carpet. Having no carpet in the car sucked, and this is much better than that. So that's it this time, guys. We're making good progress on the Nova. I've been doing even more stuff off camera, and I've got some more videos that I just need to edit together for you guys, so there should be more videos coming out soon.